My name's Matt Legg. I'm 21, from Surrey. I study at the University of Bath. I've had to defer my studies for a year because between August and January I suffered a quite severe episode of depression, but luckily through supportive services and my family got past it, and now I'm in a really good place. I'm just having a nice time back home during the summer.
Obviously we came to the football tournament you organised last weekend. Congratulations.
Thank you for coming.
An incredible day.
I loved it.
It really, really was. So can you tell us a little bit about why you decided to organise it?
Of course. So on the back of what happened to me, and it's something that's quite common in my family, my cousin got in touch and asked if I'd be keen to help him. So I organised something to bring positive social change off the back of what had happened to me and various members of our family and people we're associated with. Given it's the World Cup this summer, we decided to go for a 7-a-side World Cup charity tournament to raise money for several charities, such as the Campaign Against Living Miserably, but also the Shore Mine Foundation, and bring people together to talk about the issue that 84 men are taking their lives every week. That's a man every 2 hours, as well as discussing mental health with women as well, because that's as much of a problem. It's just not on the same scale as men at the moment. So we decided to go for that, raise a lot of money for great causes, and try and bring everyone together for a great day.
Could you tell us about Calm and the Shore Foundation, what they do?
Of course, so they both work for similar goals, which is to try and get people talking about men's mental health and reduce the current rate of suicide in the UK, which, as I've said, is 84 men per week. So how they go about doing this, specifically for Calm, I'll discuss, so I know their format a lot better. They have a helpline which is open from 5 PM till midnight every day. It's anonymous, it's confidential, anyone can call. Male or female, anyone can call. There's just someone on the other line and they can point you in the right direction if they think you need more serious troubles, or it's just nice to voice your emotions and what's going on. They also have suicide prevention hotlines, as well as life after suicide for those people that are affected by suicide, which is roughly 126 people per suicide are affected. 9% of those will go on to try and take their own lives.
Well, I mean, great cause, absolutely.
Yeah, no, they've been amazing with us as well, and the staff there are just phenomenal.
But how have they helped you?
So specifically for me, when I first realised things were going downhill, it's a tough thing to go to your family. I think I'm suffering with depression. I'm not feeling like I'm capable of going back to university, so they were my first port of call. So I just called them. I still don't know who this day I spoke to, and it is completely anonymous, it's confidential. They don't ask you your name, they're saying how you feeling, what's going on. So for me that was nice, and it gave me the confidence to speak to my family. Since then they've helped me in several ways, just checking I'm always okay. They said you can always call in the future. Even it doesn't have to be you're in a dire situation. Their way of saying it is just, if you feel a bit shit, pick up the phone and call us, and that's on their flyers and everything. So it's nice. It's a nice way to go about it. Since then, they've helped us tremendously in a different way, which is with the tournament. So they've just been superb.
And how many teams turned up to the tournament on Saturday?
So we got 24 teams, each with roughly 10 members, and they all donated £100 to go to our chosen charities. And
brilliant.
Yeah. So.
And what team did you play for?
I managed to play for a couple, because I turned out to be a utility player for the teams that were lacking a player. So I played for Spain and Portugal, but I hugely regretted not entering a team, because when I was just there on the sidelines watching everyone get involved, it was tough to stay still basically. But no.
And who won?
Australia won, but they were worthy champions. So.
Do you have plans to work with Calm again, or do a tournament or anything like that?
Yeah, so given how this whole campaign's taken off in terms of our one for the FC Not Alone tournament, we're planning to do it on an annual basis now, as well as other projects. So as much as we can, trying to kind of boost the awareness about men's mental health in schools. We're working with Natasha Devon MBE on having more focus about anxiety and depression in lower years PHSE, so people were taught techniques to deal with what's going on inside, because I certainly didn't have that experience and I couldn't control it, and that's what led to my situation. But our main focus is getting the FC Not Alone crest big, and we'll do that with Calm and hopefully they can continue to help us and we can help spread their message.
If somebody's interested in joining for next year, is there anything that they can do now to kind of show their interest?
Yeah, of course, just get in touch. The FC Not Alone page would be where to go for that, but just simply typing in on Facebook FC Not Alone or emailing fcnotalone@gmail.com and just initiate your interest. We can lock you down already, and then we'll come in about a year's time when we'll be asking for your entrance fee.
Well, I mean, if I was any good at football, I might sign up myself.
You can still sign up. It was all abilities.
On the side.
Yeah, okay.
So we saw you speaking on the BBC.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
About the tournament and your experience. What was that like?
It was incredibly surreal, but I was very lucky in that the team at the BBC were incredible with me. Hugh Edwards, who was interviewing me, has been supporting FC Not Alone for the last 2 months or so. And I actually managed to run into him in a crazy coincidence, and he did one of the best endorsements for the tournament. So I didn't have the intimidating fact of being interviewed by someone who is essentially the face of the BBC, and it was a lovely experience to share the message of FC Not Alone and also of the campaign against living miserably.
Did you ever envisage to be on the BBC?
No, not at all, and it came about really recently. But the original goal for this was to try and raise some money for the campaign against living miserably, who are an amazing cause, and we set our sights at £3,000, and then after 10 days we got to 5,000. I think that's when my cousin and I realised this is getting quite big, and then from then it all just kind of exploded, and then I got the email saying that Hugh Edwards wanted me on BBC News. So
fantastic.
Yeah, never in a million years would I have never thought this. Yeah, it was a good experience. Thank you so much.